Hey, folks, thanks for tuning into the BAF podcast. This is the inaugural and largely unpublicized episode of our first attempt at our Monday night gaming session because Mike has a day job that makes it very difficult to do our lunchtime beat 'em ups. However, Walter Billiard will be taking those over every alternating Monday. So this week we'll do an evening one. Next week on Monday, Walt will be doing one at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, where Jacob will be GMing. And it's going to be awesome. And this is leading up to our release of a Valor Knights zine for Zine Quest in February of 2023, which is this year.
Yeah.
So, and in case I didn't say it, we're playing Valor Knights, which is the Transformers-esque game by Bloat Games. And we did our own little take on it with their rule set, just with some different arts and characters, and you should check it out. And there is Jason. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Who wants to give the recap from session number 1?
Shall I use the voice?
Please do.
Yeah, do it.
Fair enough. All right. Last time on Valor Knights. The Valor Knights were called in to investigate strange occurrences where Chaos Lord bodies were rising up from the ground as though they were reborn undead creatures attacking at random. To investigate this phenomenon, heroic leader Victor Alpha sends the team to investigate the gravesite where they have been dropping the Chaos Lord bodies where they've been burying the Chaos Lord bodies that have fallen in their various battles to ensure that they still remain buried. However, upon investigation at this gravesite, which is also a junkyard, they have discovered that the ghost of an old foe has risen along with the bodies of the other Chaos Lords.
And what old foe might this be?
The old foe is Tombstone. Who was destroyed by Nitro Strike in the great battle of Boulder Dam.
Was it Boulder Dam? Fair
It
enough.
was one of the big dams. It was a big dam battle.
It was a big dam battle. And there is the ghostly visage of Tombstone, drawn by Jacob himself. So, hey, how about that?
Woohoo!
Yay. Okay, so let's set the scene. You guys you encountered some deleted at the racetrack, where I believe Stinger was doing some time trials.
Yeah,
and then,
making time.
Yeah, and then Alice, as Nitro Strike, was there with some juvenile delinquents on her work release
They're
program.
not delinquents. They are volunteers.
Okay.
Cleaning up the area by spray painting it.
Beautification. And,
yes, beautification.
So, and then you and Bastion showed up and helped Flyer and Stinger deal with the zombie robots who were showing up.
Yes.
And
can we just give another shout out to Aid for hand drawing every single tiny little line on that without using any shortcuts of any sort? Because that is a lot of little lines.
Yep.
Aid does good work, and he's available for commissions.
Yes, if you're looking for maps for your RPG adventures or other projects, give Aid Smith a ring on all your social media.
Or if you're a lonely single lady who happens to live in the Midlands area of the United Kingdom, Aid can also be a service to you. So look him up.
I'm not privy to Aid's private life, so I was not going to say anything in that regard.
Mike's trying to be funny. Forgive me. All right, so setting the scene. Here we are at the scrapyard. When the Valor Knight strike team arrives, it will only require a DC 8 Wisdom perception check to see. All right, guys, make a DC 8 Wisdom perception check.
All right.
Not my best score.
Ooh. I roll a natural 20 and a 4 on the random die.
I rolled a nat 20 as well, actually. I used a random generator so I can screenshot. But I was trying to get my
17 with a 6 on the die 6.
Okay, you easily notice that several of the Chaos Lord grave sites have been disturbed. Give me a DC 13 intelligence investigation check.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
I made that as well, and it's a 4 on the die. So yeah,
That's going to be a failure for me. I only got a 7.
18 for me.
Okay, and I'm gonna say hi to Jason Wyndham. It is an Alice, and Ron Fraser. Yes, dinner time. Beat 'em up.
How's it going?
And
Hi,
all right,
everyone.
you get fans, Alice.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. I'm hiding.
All right, Jason, you rolled an 18.
Yep.
All right, Jacob, you said you failed. Alice, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 19 on the real life die.
Okay, then Jacob, you noticed nothing. I believe you, Alice. But Nitro Strike and Stinger, and inspect the grave sites. You can see it looks as though they haven't been disturbed from the outside. Whatever was rising from these graves dug itself out.
Well, given the previous encounter that I dealt with, I believe that because they were coming out of the ground and grabbing at my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any signs of where they are? Any signs of tracks of where they were moving, rolling off to?
Well, as you start to look, an evil laugh echoes up and down the rows of rusted vehicles and appliances. Its hollow rasp is familiar and shakes each of you to your electric cube chambers. As you scan the environment, trying to find the origin of the laughter, you see a ghastly form arise from one of the graves of the Chaos Lords. It can't be, but it is. It appears to be the form of Tombstone, one of the most fearsome and deadly Chaos Lord soldiers, responsible for the deaths of thousands of Valor Knights over the centuries. His form appears slightly transparent, as though being projected like a hologram. However, your sensors note dark electric cube energy emitting from him like deadly radiation. He tried to steal your resolve at his sudden appearance just before he lunges at you with supernatural speed. Roll initiative.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
I get a 2.
I get a 3.
The die 6.
Yeah. Die 6 plus dex.
Okay, so let's see. Got a 7.
Okay, you go
My dex
first.
went up. I forgot that. I'm a 4. I rolled a 1. So I'm a 4.
Oh. Okay, let me write this all down then. Bad guys are going on 2. Jacob, you're going on 2 as well?
I also got a 2.
Okay, Alice, you say you're going on 4?
4.
And Jason, you said modified 7, was it, or 9?
Yeah, 7.
All right, so Jason, you will go first. Let's talk about what enemies we see. Roll initiative for the Valor Knights. Tombstone's ghosts and the deleted. Do not have the deleted on the field until the first action. Oh, never mind. There should be 1 deleted Chaos Lord Minibot and 2 deleted Chaos Lord Warriors for each Valor Knight. Tombstone's ghost begins the battle alone by using his horrifying visage ability. After that, he moves around the battlefield, attempting to attack the Valor Knights for 1 round. Okay, so right now it's just Tombstone's ghost by himself, and he will be going far after you. So
I'll draw my blaster rifle and do a double attack with that.
Mm-hmm. And Jason says, I miss Baby with knives, but Allison Wright introduced me to a lot of RPGs.
It was a good show.
Jason, thank you. We are going to try and get back to it, but it's not going to be until Brandon finishes nursing school at this point. He's working 2 jobs, a job and a nursing school. So it's going to be a little bit. So,
Jason, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your turn, sir.
No. It's fine. I'll go ahead and make my first attack here. Okay, so that's a...
His evade is 16.
Okay, so the first one's going to be a miss.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is going to be a hit. So that's a 17 to hit, plus 7 damage.
Okay, Jacob. So you're at the adventure. I note that Tombstone has incorporeal on his ghost form. Does that mean he can't be touched by
He
melee?
cannot be affected by any physical attack.
Shoot. Okay.
Your pitiful weapons cannot harm me. I am indestructible.
But what about blaster fire? Oh wow, physical that works on that too. Okay. Oh man.
This is problematic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stinger
So
looks quizzically at nothing happening. I don't understand. How do we fight this thing?
that's a good question. Nitro Strike, since you have the next initiative, do you have any potential answers to that question?
I have two hopes. One is the fact that he is my nemesis, so maybe I could at least see about. So there's this thing called foaming paint. I don't know if you, and I'm wondering. Jacob is already going, oh god. So I'm wondering if I could create some sort of basically negative effect on him to give him some level of corporeality for my buddies to beat on him temporarily as one of his negatives, using foaming paint to give him some substantiality. Since I do have that, nice little trick of using my actions to give them negatives.
Okay, but doesn't the paint have to physically touch him to have the effect?
That's up to you guys. I'm looking at basically, that it creates this gas thing, this foaming up. So basically, touch the square and it starts foaming up and creating mass.
Okay, so you would spray
Foaming paint's a lot
not
of fun.
not on him, but around him, and try to encase his ghostly form.
Yes.
All right, you can try it. His evade score was, what would we say it was, Jason? 16? Yep, 16.
Well, I have a 20 modified, and
Okay.
it's 3 on the D6.
Then you definitely hit where you are shooting, and describe what happens.
So I throw, I pull a tab on one of my spray cans. I shake it up. I spritz, and you see like this foam come out, and I pop it right into that square, and it basically starts to foam up, and you see the paint start crawling up his form, and hopefully it allows you guys to have some level of corporeality to attack him with for the next turn, for the next round.
Unfortunately,
forgot to draw a happy face on it. I say that as it lands.
you are certain that you're certain it's going to work.
I hope so.
And then he steps out of the statue of foaming paint and advances toward you.
Okie dokie.
And at this point, he uses his horrifying visage ability on you. Living creatures near Tombstone's ghost that can see him must succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom save or be frightened for 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of him.
You ain't afraid of no Tombstone ghost?
No, I ain't afraid of no Tombstone.
Okay. Jason, you can also see him, so you need to make that same roll. And Jacob, you as well.
I'm afraid that I'm afraid.
You are afraid.
Only getting a 2 for my wisdom saving throw. I am afraid. I'm petrified.
How about you, Stinger?
Got a 10.
You got a 10?
Yep.
Oh, you're scared too. Hey, Jacob and Stinger, Bastion and Stinger, could you guys describe your characters just real fast in case anyone didn't see?
Certainly. Bastion is a giant Valor Knight, being a Gestalt. He is a dark blue chassis with red and silver highlights. Giant black tank treads rise off his back like wings, as his alternate form is kind of a space shuttle starship base that can it's basically a shuttle platform that can land as the shuttle part takes off and the land base works at the same time. But that's his alternate form.
Okay.
But he is a gestalt made up of 2 different Valor Knights, and thus he is large and in charge.
And Jason.
But not in this situation, as he is very much afraid of this unknown opponent.
And Jason, how do you describe Stinger?
He's a blue bot, and transforms into a 2020 Corvette.
All right. Sweet.
Mostly blue and silver.
Cool. So you guys both failed your test. So you guys are. Oh, hey, I have picture. Hang on. Jason,
You do have pictures of all of us.
Picture by Jacob. So
Yes, Jacob did all our pictures.
it's probably been about a year or so ago since he drew it.
Okay, somebody go wake Ada up because I have a plan, but I need the techie. We're gonna make a ghost trap with paint cans and tech, electric cubes and paint cans.
Aid needs his sleep, Alice.
I know, but he
So,
was the tech character.
He was a tech character. He was going to do a whole, trap out of bits and pieces found in the scrapyard. But alas. All right, Jacob. So the frightened effects. It says it lasts for 1 minute. A frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the frightened effect if it succeeds. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while it can still see Tombstone's ghost. Additionally, the creature cannot willingly move closer to Tombstone's ghost while it is frightened.
That is correct.
Okay, so Jason and Jacob, now that you guys know what frightened does, do you guys want to be frightened? Because if not, I'll give each of you a reroll.
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and take the reroll.
I would like to not be frightened.
Cool, take the reroll. I'm spending my lucky on you guys.
I will gladly take the reroll.
Oh yeah, much better. 17 this time.
Yeah,
Come on, guys, you don't need to be afraid of him. That's just Tombstone.
I got an 18 on the saving throw. However, I rolled a 1 on the random die.
That's just Tombstone. We got him.
So I'm not afraid, but something bad happens.
What could be the something bad that happened?
I don't know.
Be off target because of the surprise. Doesn't have his targeting up.
Your next attack roll is on disadvantage.
That's fine.
Okay, there we go. And after scaring you, or thinking he scared you, the ghost of Tombstone wades into you guys, and we should probably establish where the heck you are on this this nice map that we're showing but not using at all.
I am standing on top of that center mound in the triangular formation, that circular formation of cars. There's that mound in the middle. I'm standing right on top of that. I am not afraid of Tombstone.
Okay. So Tombstone kind of flies after you guys, swinging his trademark scythe. Scythe?
Scythe. You got it the first time.
And he gets increasingly frustrated when it just whizzes right through all 3 of you. So,
It hit me.
So let's see. Nitro Strike, you had your turn. Stinger, you had your turn. Bastion, it's now your turn.
Bastion is going to attempt to use his sensors to analyze what this thing is made up and how we might be able to take it out.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, a DC 10 intelligence check.
Okay. I don't like this roll, so I'm going to spend a luck point and re-roll. And that roll isn't a whole lot better. That is a 5. I'm not rolling well today.
Jacob, I'll pop you another luck point from my pool. Beep, beep. Stop it.
That, however, is a 17 with a 6 on the die.
That's better.
The ghost of Tombstone, the energy you're seeing is consistent with some kind of hologram.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be infused with dark electric cube energy, which you've You've encountered different kinds of electric cube energy. This is, maybe the sketchiest kind you've ever encountered. You think if you could locate the hologram projectors, that could probably shut it down. It might take a couple of turns to try and figure out, because he probably has more than one since he's able to move around in three-dimensional space. If it was just one projector, he might be easily blocked. So it might take some more analysis to get that.
Okay.
So,
do I think the projector might be coming from his original body?
Evens or odds? Jacob?
He's playing odds or evens with you.
I'll go even.
Go even? You do not think the projector or one of the projectors is in his original body.
Okay.
Wherever that might be.
Okay.
I've always wanted the Chaos Lords to be more transparent with their plans, but this is ridiculous.
Jesus Christ, motherfucker! Okay. Jason, go ahead and take a luck point for that horrible dad joke. All right. And that is the end of this turn. In frustration, you see Tombstone slides back into the ground, glaring at you. And then during this turn, while you guys were fighting, some of the zombie Chaos Lords have dug their way up. Each of you are now facing two of the undead husks of Chaos Lords. And it's not clear exactly where Tombstone is right now, but we'll stay with the same initiative. So, Jason, it's you.
All right, I'm going to open fire on the first one, or one closest to me.
Okay, they're both close enough for melee, or you can shoot them if you want. They both have an evade score of 8.
All right, so I open fire with my blaster rifle, scoring a 13 with a 6 on the die 6.
Okay.
And then the damage for that's going to be 13 as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d6 and add that to the damage.
Okay. That's 3.
A 3. So what's the total there?
16 total. 16
total. Okay, this guy has 2 points of armor, but he is a mini bot who's just about, I'm going to say wasted since he's already dead. So, and as a warrior class, you get a second attack if your first attack was successful. All right, so there's a slightly larger zombie who looks like he's more of a warrior like you next to that mini bot there in front of you.
I miss. I only got a 6 this time, but I did get a 6 on the die 6 again. So,
then let's just keep it simple. You can try to re-roll that attack.
Okay. All right, so this time I got a 17 to hit, 3 on the die 6, and that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay. He has 4 points, so he takes 3. So he's down to 23. So, all right, cool. Alice, it is your turn.
Okay. So I forgot something about my character since I don't usually get to use this part. I pull up my computer deck with a cellular modem on it, and I am just dodging these two guys like they're absolutely nothing, and I'm just rolling around and dodging them as I'm tapping into my arm, trying to track where Tombstone is creating this, because I care about that right now. So I don't care about these two zombies. I'm like, yep, and over, and that's all I'm caring about.
All right, DC 20 intelligence check.
Sure. Investigation?
Yep.
Or lore? Either one work?
An investigation.
Sure.
And I'm making it so high because you're dodging their attacks while you're running around and trying to tap on your...
That's fine. I am going to spend a luck point on myself here.
Okay.
Basically. Woohoo! 22. I'm glad I spent the luck point.
Okay, you
And by the way, sorry, hold on.
Mhm.
It is a 6 on the D6. I forgot to roll the 6 for the D6.
Okay.
Wait. Oh.
Combination of your investigative techniques and your intuition, you look left, and shambling from the ground, you see that Tombstone has possessed his old body that you distinctly remember defacing after you killed. He still has your graffiti on it as he shambles out of the ground and glares at you as he advances.
Okay, you guys see me, that pile of cars that I'm on top of. I roll I don't even know what I'm getting for the 6 because I never roll a 6. And I was like, okay. But anyways, you guys see me go dip my head through between 2 cars in that pile and point through it. Bastion, over there! And with my other action, I am going to basically send a smoke signal, essentially, to for Bastion by shooting some paint that direction.
Okay, I'll tell you what. For the D6 that you rolled on the check, your next roll or attack will be at advantage, unless that's already the case because you're wait. You're always. Did you already roll advantage because you're a microbot or minibot?
I roll advantage. Well, they rolled at disadvantage to hit me. I roll, yeah. So, but
so you're at advantage
would just say that, like, basically, it's a really stylish bullseye that I'm just, doing a flare for the 2 guys right now. I'm good with that. But I'm just, and I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. That works. The bad guys go on 2. So, Jacob, roll a D6.
Okay. My roll is a 1.
I rolled a 6. So, this turn I will go first. And what is your evade score?
I have an evade of 16.
Okay. Actually, I meant that for Alice.
Ah.
I am a 17 these days.
Okay, cool. Then
and they get dis out on me as a reminder.
Gotcha. Well, he misses. He tried to reach out for you with a necroelectric touch from his free hand, and he missed. So.
Oh man, he's got electrifying personality.
I just kind of moonwalk right around his arm reach, apparently.
All right.
It's on brand. It's on, corny jokes are on brand.
I got you. That guy you almost killed is coming after you there. What's your evade, Jason?
19.
Okay, you're safe from him. The other guy's coming at you. Oh, wow, you're very safe. Okay, Alice. Same 2 guys are coming after you.
Sure.
Boy, you're safe. Jacob.
Mini bots are hard to hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your evade?
16.
Oh. Well, okay. Shoot. There were 6 opponents attacking you guys, not counting.
And
not counting Tombstone, and all of my attack rolls.
Okay.
All of my attack rolls missed.
Yeah, and Mike, I do have a reaction to them coming at me, beep beep, which is the fact that when they stop within 5 feet of me, when they end their turn within 5 feet of me, I get a free move to get out of their way. So I'm out. I move. I will slide and bounce over to one of the other piles at this point.
Okay, which pile?
I'm going to go. Which direction is the projector that I was pointing to? Like, is it towards the warehouse, the crusher, or like north?
Well, you detected that there were probably several projectors. You think there might be one in the crane. You think there might be one in the warehouse. You think there might be a couple scattered in the northwest corner, and there might be a few others over in the northeast corner. There might be more. You're not sure, given the fact that he could move his ghost form around in full 3D without ever being blocked by any of the various structures.
I will move towards the crane because I have use for the crane. So I will jump over to the next pile, heading towards the crane.
Okay, Jacob. Since you wrote this adventure, if Tombstone wanted to possess the crane, Could he?
He's currently possessing his own body, and he
Yeah.
only has the possession ability usable once a day.
Ah, okay. So if you come back here tomorrow, then watch out. Okay. All right, Jacob, I believe it's your turn.
Okay. I believe since the signal went up as to where Tombstone was found, then Bastion is going to ignite his plasma sword, charge over there, and stabify him.
His evade is 16.
Okay. Dice roller. I get a total of 23.
You definitely hit him.
And then for damage, that is 14 points.
Okay. So since he is undying, he takes 1/2 damage, correct?
That is correct. 1/2 damage.
Okay, so he's down to 29. So he's going to be tough to kill.
That's the idea.
All right, so rolling back around. Stinger.
All right. I still have a zombie remaining, I believe, or is both of them still?
You've got 2. One's just barely hanging on.
Okay, so I'm gonna fire up the one barely hanging on. A 19 to hit. And that's,
You got him?
I'm so 13 damage here.
Okay, he collapses into a pile of spare parts.
All right, I'll aim at the other one
Mm-hmm.
and open fire with a 20, not natural, 1 on the die 6, and that's 13 damage again.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. These guys have Undying Fortitude. If damage reduces the deleted to 0 points, must make a Constitution check with a DC of 5 plus damage taken, unless the damage is from critical hits. On a success, the lead drops to 1 hit point instead. So I have to make a DC 5. What was the damage you did that?
13.
13. So, okay, DC of 18. I roll a 6. Because of course I do. Okay, so and you did how many points to the warrior?
13. I rolled 13 on damage on both of
Okay,
those.
rolled 13.
But I did
okay.
get a 1.
Oh, you got a 1?
Yeah, so maybe like a stray shot hit like a propane tank and caused a flash, and maybe I get disadvantaged and I'm on the next attack or something.
All right, just remember I disadvantaged the next attack.
Okay.
And you did 13 to this guy, minus 4 for that. So that would be okay. He is down to that. All right, cool. He's getting halfway dead. Metro Strike, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to finish my move towards the crane, and I'm going to use the crane. I wish to use the crane to pick up one of the cars one of those zombies is riding on, and I wish to throw it into the crusher.
Wait, the zombies are riding on cars? What?
Well, yes, because remember I was on that pile, and you said 2 zombies were on me, so I've got them on top of that pile right now. So I'm going to use the crane to pick up and drop them in the crusher.
Look at you paying attention to the sequence and the details of combat. All right, good enough.
I feel Nitro Strike needs to, since I use terrain a lot.
Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll for operating something as simple as a crane because I figure you probably have done that before. So let's just do it as an attack roll. These guys.
I'm going to drop it into the crusher.
Yeah. These guys' evade is 8, so let's just go with that.
Yeah, then I hit him. That's not hard. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give them a chance to try and jump off. I'm going to give them
fine.
A dexterity check with a difficulty of, let's say, 15. And oh, okay. The mini-bot manages to jump off.
And the other one?
Holy shit! The one time he got a 19.
Both of them jump off?
Both of them jumped off before you could crush them.
Unfortunately, those crushers are slow.
Yep, they are. So I have a question. Where are they now? And because I've still got a car hanging on a crane that I can crush them with.
Okay, so what we're
Don't
saying
worry,
here
that's next
is this crane is long enough so they could reach all the way over to that pile, in the center of the circular thing. So I'm going to rule that they are about halfway between the circular thing and the crane. So
Awesome.
maybe on the other wall of cars there.
Awesome. I know what my next action will be because I've got a nice big mallet, basically. I'm
Okay.
done.
So Jacob, you and I have the same initiative again. Let's roll d6 to see who goes first.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm so sorry. I'm not quite done.
Okay.
Anybody else still threatened? Because I don't think so, other than Bastion, right?
You mean frightened or dealing with?
Dealing with mobs. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this. With my other action, I will at that point. I will. I'll throw my dirty trick at the two that jumped off. I'll throw my dirty trick at one of them.
Okay, the dirty trick being.
My dirty trick is a hit, so I hit them. Therefore, the dirty trick is my extra action that says I can at that point either blind, incapacitate, poison, or restrain them. So I'm going to say one of the ones that jumped off. That was kind of my plan, and he is now pinned under some of the machinery that he fell into.
Okay, cool. That works for me. Let's say it's the minibot. That was your action?
Yeah, that was the extra action for.
Okay. Jacob, you ready to roll d6?
I have rolled a 4.
I also rolled a 4.
Okay.
Go ahead
Rolling again. I get a 2.
I got a 3.
Very well.
All right. So who is closest to Tombstone right now? Is it you, Bastion?
That is correct.
Okay. And you've got a really high evade, right?
It's a pretty decent debate at 16.
Okay. All right.
But I'm 6th level. I'm getting up there in bot years.
That's reasonable. Ooh, I rolled a 19. What's happening? I'm rolling okay all of a sudden.
Okay,
All right.
guys, we can't play at night because Mike will roll well.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. So much like we see on the PDF. Hang on. Dramatic pause as I share it. He reaches out and touches you with necroelectric touch. Plus 2 to hit. 1d6 plus 2 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I will take that.
Bounces harmlessly off your armor.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I figured. Should we increase that damage for the when we get in the publication? You think?
We could consider that.
Okay.
Or maybe
Stat
include
damage?
or perhaps include a rule that it goes through armor.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
Considering it's supposed to be
That makes
boogly and otherworldly.
Yeah, or maybe include some stat damage with it too to help
That could
something.
work.
Okay, all right. So that is the attack on Jacob from Tombstone. Jacob, let's keep beating up on you while we're both here. Your mini bot is attacking you, and he rolls a 12.
Hey, get off!
The warrior rolls a 10, so you're fine. All right, your mini bot Alice is pinned, so he won't be attacking you, but your warrior is taking a shot. And your evade was what again?
17, and he rolls a disad against me.
Okay. Then he misses. Jason, you got one guy left. What's your evade?
19.
He got a 4, so you're perfectly safe. And Jacob, I had those guys attack you, and they didn't hit, right?
Are they doing the zombie limp? You know how zombies kind of shuffle?
Yeah, kind of a mix between that and maybe the thriller, zombie movements. But yeah.
Well, maybe if his pants go flagging, he could catch up. So.
All right. Did I forget anybody, or are we ready for next round?
I haven't gone yet.
Okay, Bastion, please go.
Bastion, having fended off the attacks from the zombie bots, is going to continue his assault on Tombstone's ghost.
Actually, it's Tombstone's risen corpse.
Tombstone's risen corpse.
Evade is 16.
And I get an 18 to hit.
Okay, what's your damage?
Damage is max damage for 21. Har har hardy har har.
Wow. Okay, that stings.
And for those of you who don't get that reference, you don't watch enough Bugs Bunny.
So
I'm about to have a very Acme moment myself, Jacob. At least that's the plan.
Ouch. All right, he is down to 18 even after damage reduction. So
We're gonna need like a white hearse Valor Knight with some flashing lights
We can recycle him.
and a suspect ghost symbol on the side of it.
Then we're getting into legal terms and problems.
you guys know that there was a character in a recent crossover at IDW, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I happen to own that toy now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, hang on, I might have a picture of it. I think he looked cooler in the comic book, but it always looks cooler in the comic book. So yeah, the Electron, who's the Ecto-1.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, comes with the Slimer.
Oh my gosh, it's up to $140.
Transformers get crazy expensive really fast.
Yeah, they do.
Is having recently started toy collecting. Oh yeah, it's nuts.
My kid was a big fan of a certain character in the Rescue Bots Academy show. When he was younger, he loved garbage trucks, and there was a character there who would turn into a garbage truck, and he really wanted it. And I didn't get it when it went to the stores, and like 2 weeks later, it was like 3 times as much on eBay. I was like, well, I can't do that. All right, so everybody had a chance to go. We're coming back around. Next round, it is Jason, aka Stinger.
Yep. So I'm gonna aim for the head at a disadvantage.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 10 to hit.
Okay, help me out here. I'll play the idiot. I thought disadvantage meant that you had to roll twice and take the lower.
I did. I got a 7 and a 6.
Oh, okay.
Plus 4 for my dex is a
So
10.
you got him. Okay, cool.
Stinger?
Yep.
I call out, aim for the bullseye I painted last time.
Oh,
Get a luck.
I
Reroll
forgot. But I did get a 6 on the die 6. So if there's anything left, perhaps he's knocked prone.
Okay. What was your
Damage
damage?
is, let's see. Let me roll that again. Okay, damage is 14.
Okay. At this point, then we get to go back to the rule where the deleted get a Undying Fortitude save. Your damage was 14, so I have a DC of 5. So a DC of 19. Got an 8. So yeah, he collapses into a pile of spare parts and rust.
All right.
Metallic voice screeching,
That one.
"Curse you!" Okay. And you said you rolled a d6 on the random element die.
Who's that?
You said you had a 6 on the d6.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Your shot ricochets after it kills him and kills the mini bot who Alice pinned last turn.
2 and 1. Woohoo!
Yeah. How about that?
Yep.
So, okay. Alice, Nitro Strike. It is your turn.
I am dropping. So I figured out why they're coming out and why they're coming back from the dead, because they didn't get a proper burial. And well, cars need to be buried with cars. So I'm going to give this other zombie a proper burial and drop this on him. Rolled an 18 on my die, so that is a 24 to hit him with this car as I drop it on him, and he punches through. His head comes up through it, and the convertible cap comes up over it to give him a nice little burial as he is now in his car coffin.
Okay. You want to roll for damage on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What would you like to give me for damage, or do you want me just to roll my normal damage?
Jacob, what do you think? She's dropping a car on him.
Let's see. Dropping a car on him. Let me check the guidebook here. Since
And I happen to have picked up a convertible, and so the cap is just, rolling over onto it like the coffin cap.
Eric wrote us.
Sarcophagus?
Since Eric wrote us a nice little thing here. Let's see. 6-level damage of dropping a car on someone is going to be 1d6 plus 1d8.
Okay.
That was in the rule book?
That's in the rule book.
I actually do more damage than dropping a car with my own damage. So that is 11.
Okay. So your guy is looking pretty shaky.
Cool.
He
And you
is,
just hear a riff of the funeral march song in the soundtrack.
All right. So that is Nitro Strike. Moving on, it is now between Bastion and the bad guys. Bastion, I'm rolling a d6. Please do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 1. Do you have a 1?
I have a 6.
All right, you go first.
Okay. Bastion is going to attempt to utilize. He's going to attempt to get this fight put away. So his intent is to grapple Tombstone's reanimated form and drag it kicking and screaming to the crusher. So I am going to attempt a grapple check.
All right, so I think we've been doing this. You rolled a hit, then we do a resisted strength check, right?
That is correct.
All right, so evade 16, roll the hit.
My attack roll is 25.
25. Okay, I think you got him. Let's do a resisted strength check.
My strength check is...
I have 13.
I have 15 and a 6.
Okay. Oh, well, shoot. What should be the extra good thing that happens for your 6?
Give him disadvantage in the attempt to escape my grapple.
Okay, that'll be his attack on his action on his attack. So okay.
And then for his move, he's going to bring him over to the crusher and just drop him in.
Okay, that is reasonable. All right, the 2 deleted zombie Chaos Lords you've been ignoring, who've been shooting at you this whole time, are taking shots. Jacob, and you was it 17 or 16 for evade?
16.
All right, I got a 3 and a 3. Let's try it again. Oh, God damn it! All right, this one got you, but I rolled a 1 on the d6. So, what's the horrible thing that happens despite his success?
Considering he's old, his gun has been old and buried. His gun becomes useless or something like that, so he can only use his melee weapon.
All right, so he just slams into you for a melee attack. Does 1d10 bludgeoning damage. So let's see. All right, 1d10 plus 4, so he does 9 bludgeoning damage as he charges into you.
I will take 3 after my armor. Hey,
All right,
stop it.
fair enough. All right, and Jason, you dealt with your 2 guys.
Yep.
Alice, you dealt with your 2 guys. So basically, it's just the 2 guys attacking Bastion and Tombstone, and it's Tombstone's turn. And if he was smart, he would leave this body right now, wouldn't he?
That would be the smart thing because he's about to get fed into the crusher.
Yeah.
Head first.
Yeah. Let's see.
You're putting the squeeze on him.
Possession. Tombstone's ghost can possess its dead body or that of another defeated Chaos Lord, disappearing into the target. Tombstone's ghost now controls the body. The ghost cannot be targeted, or any attack that does not specifically target the possessing form. Retains its own intelligence. Okay. At this point, you see Tombstone's incorporeal fuchsia ghost form rise out of his body.
Hey, oh, you cheater. Assuming his physical form goes lifeless with that.
Yeah, it
tosses it into the crusher so he can't get back in.
He's not happy about that. Do you want to do the dialogue bit, or should I do it?
No, go ahead.
The ghost of Tombstone cackles menacingly at your efforts. Foolish Valor Knights, he croaks out in a withered voice. We are but the first of the deleted. The Necrotech has arisen. There will be more, and even if you destroy them all, you are too late to stop his plans. He is now on Earth, and he seeks the keys to the Infinity Gate brought to this world by Ultra Bomber. Your days and those of these pathetic humans you protect are numbered. With this final threat, Tombstone's ghost sinks into the ground and vanishes from your sight.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Dun dun dun.
And if you come back, there's more where that came from.
All right. So what do you guys think? We have a good time?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always have a good time with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And we wrap this up nicely. And next Monday, so 7 days from now, 2 p.m. Eastern time, I think, we'll be playing another episode with Jacob as the GM, and being hosted by Mr. Walt. So, Jacob, any thought on which adventure you want to run?
Well, after this, I imagine people are going to be wanting to follow up on any number of dangling plot threads, because there were plans to go into outer space to investigate the planet that was discovered by Novahawk, and now we have this mysterious Necrotech who's raising up undead Chaos Lords. We'll have to see what plot thread they want to follow.
Okay. Just pointing out, I don't know what else you have written, but this was the last of the adventures that I had. This was Adventure 6.
Yes, I haven't written any more after that because I've been busy.
Oh, God. I wish you guys had said this comment. Because Jason said, would that be a sarcophagus?
Oh.
Yeah.
And Alice said yes.
I said it. Nobody heard me, so I just typed it out.
I was just wanting to turn his body into one of those
Good night,
cubes,
Jason.
and then we could play cube ball with it.
Well, you still could. You still have the body. I mean, you could make it into a chess set or a commode or a set of steak knives, whatever you might want to do. So anyway, thanks for checking out the BAMF podcast, folks. Be sure to check out next Monday, midday, 2 p.m. Eastern. They'll be running another adventure. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks, which would be January 16th, 8 p.m. Mountain, for another Valor Night session, leading up to our victorious and glorious debut of the Valor Knights zine during Zine Quest, which is coming up so freaking fast. We should really get that organized. So thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next time.